What's up, everyone? Just Creamy here. This recording will be a game of Small Lakes against Pertu Fande, a player named Pertu Fande. And I just wanna bring out something. I think people are sleeping on Polaris because this tribe might just be really good in this map type, and I think not enough people appreciate that because you're gonna see how this tribe might just be a beast in lakes. And so let's get started. We freeze this, or get the lighthouse as Polaris tends to do because we have this ice spot here. It's a little convenient for movement. That's how we're able to just move our Mooney. We do some usual typical expansion and just grab an explorer, see if we can meet our opponent, and true enough, we do meet our opponent, which is nice. And then we grab that lighthouse over there, which will allow us to upgrade on our capital for more SPT, so essentially we don't really lose out any cash on that. And we get riding. Yes, okay, let's pause for a moment. Yes, riding. You're gonna see this pretty often when you're playing Polaris and Lakes, because normally Polaris goes sleds. Normally Polaris gets sleds, but in Lakes there tends to be a lot less water to work with, a lot less ice, and so sleds, they usually don't get much value. There's like not much openings for attack here, and so that's why we're forced to get riding and roads, because that's gonna be Polaris's main thing in this map type, and you're gonna see exactly how that will go. So we're gonna be spamming riders for sure. There's gonna be a lot of riders. Why isn't it playing? Okay, there's gonna be a lot of. We hit that archer over there. They're not able to deny us this village. We do a bit of hitting and all that stuff, and we kill this rider to do this Mooney freeze. And now, if you look at this position now, we have 3 cities, and they have Hudrik has 3 cities as well. Well, I'm about to get 4 because I have Mooney's access to this normally coastal village. Normally, I would need fishing to get this village, but because I'm Polaris, I'm just able to grab that, no problemo. And then we have Hudrik here, who they're stuck on 3 cities, which normally would be a fair spawn. If you look at it, normally it would be a fair spawn if I was also Hudrik, but I'm not. I'm Polaris, and I'm able to do some Polaris shenanigans, like freezing this warrior, and they can't even train a new unit in this 3rd city of theirs. So they essentially only have 2 cities left to train in, because this one's just perpetually frozen and it's gonna get endlessly siege. So this is already you can see Hudrik is in a really tough spot, and we didn't even get the best expansion. Our Mooney even had to move to the lighthouse, and at this point this city was like a bit hard to get, and yet we're still in a really good spot simply because we're Polaris and we're able to get our way with some rider roads shenanigans. Now, it is also true that my opponent is, I'm not sure if you know him, but he's like an intermediate player around 1500 elo or something. They're not exactly playing perfectly well, but it's still this game is still a good demonstration of how much of a beast Polaris can be, because even though this isn't exactly a top player, wink wink, nudge nudge, that I'm up against, the fact that I'm able to like be in such a good position at this turn this early on in the game already speaks a lot about Polaris' capabilities. And come on, what is Hudrik even supposed to do here? They can pop a giant here, and what's it gonna do? It's just gonna get frozen by the Moonies. They can pop a giant on their capital, and that's not gonna help much because they're just low on cities, and we're gonna be expanding on the south and west part of the map, and they're just not able to do anything about it because normal tribes would have to invest in a port and the entire fishing tech just to cross this area. So That's one of the reasons why Polaris might be just really good in this map type in lakes, and people are just sleeping on Polaris. And that's what I'm trying to demonstrate here. And let's keep playing this out. We're just moving our units. We're just training more units. Hodrick tries to fight back, train their own units, but we're able to just hit those archers, do some damage, do this, siege in, cut their eco even further just to put in more pressure and make it even harder for them to defend. Now, they damage his Mooney, but it is still able to do one more freeze. At least I think I'm gonna. Oh no, I'm not even gonna freeze. I'm not even gonna freeze with a Mooney. I'm not even gonna use it to attack. I'm gonna use it to continue expanding on this area. And I do make a mistake here. I made a mistake. I thought Hodrick wouldn't have vision here because this is water and stuff, and normally they'd have water. So I didn't think they could snipe this Mooney because I didn't think they had vision, but apparently they did, because when they got an explorer here, this city already had ice and they're able to just see this. So I should have moved the Mooney over here to keep it safe. So I didn't even play that well in this game, and yet I'm still in such a good position because Polaris is really good and people are just sleeping on Polaris. It's a really strong tribe in lakes, and this game isn't even it. This game isn't even the only one. I'm not even nitpicking because I have like 7 replays of Polaris, and I won every single one of them. So there's like no nitpicking here. It's just I'm just showcasing the most interesting replays, and regardless of which replays I picked, it's not really cherry picked to be a victory, because they're all just victories. That's how good Polaris Lakes is. So yeah, let's keep going. He kills at Mooney, breaks this ice. I'm not sure if that's a good play. I'm able to get 3 out of 3 vet rider over here, and just continuously pressuring. I got roads already, so I'm able to do some rider shenanigans, do another siege, train more riders, and I'm gonna be getting even more cities, while Hodrick is still stuck on 3 and barely able to train units in the 3rd city, which again, it is because I as Polaris have the freeze ability, and I'm able to expand on this side of the map pretty easily. Now he makes a mistake. He didn't see that it was a vet, and it was a vet rider, and so it's just gonna be a free kill. It's just gonna be a waste of value for his use of skills. And then here and this final nail in the coffin, we do some rider hits, and then we make it a vet rider. So like triple siege. He's not unsieging any of those. Even with a giant, he's not gonna do much because it's just gonna get frozen. Giants don't do much against Polaris in general. So yeah, he's just dead lost here. So yeah, we just win because Polaris is good. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna move on to another match, because I think this player, because you can make the argument that this player is not the best example for showcasing for like representing Hodrick, but maybe this next player definitely is gonna be worth. It's gonna be not to be messed with. Yeah, let's go. Not pause the replay. Click. Okay. This time this is another Polaris Lakes game. We're in Lakes, and this time we are up against much more recognizable player. His name is That, the 2025 world champion of the Hodrick tribe. So you can expect this player to be pretty good with Hodrick, and I'm Polaris in small lakes, and you're gonna so yeah, we're gonna see just how well Polaris can perform against the Hodrick champion. There's no one else more fitting to be playing Hoodrick in this here. So yeah, let's play out the game. I once again go for the lighthouse because, well, that's what I did last game, and it's just a pretty viable opening for Polaris in general. So yeah, we expand here and notice if there's not really a suburb here. I don't see a suburb here for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it just doesn't exist. So yeah, I don't even have a suburb. I try to grab this explorer because I noticed the water and get good vision. It's pretty good vision. Yeah, so you can probably see where this is going on. We have about similar village density, and already you can see Hoodrick having their C2 here getting endlessly frozen by this Mooney. Yeah, that's another one of Polaris' strengths. I also grabbed Forest because I can get a Gami here, and it's like I just have exactly enough forest because I also grabbed this lighthouse, which is pretty good. Yeah, look at it. Look at this. Hoodrick has like 3 cities, just maybe even more cities than I do. Like I have 2 cities. I missed my suburb because it just doesn't exist. And Hoodrick has another city over here, and yet look at this position. Their C2 is hardly able to train units. They're forced to train units at the back, and it's gonna take a while for it to even reach. And I'm just able to continuously freeze this city and put a lot of pressure on. Like, what is Hoodrick supposed to do? This position is just really good for Polaris. This Polaris might just be that good in lakes, and people have just been sleeping in Polaris. They just keep using Polaris on Archipelago, not really seeing the full potential of what this tribe can do in like any other map type. Even drylands. Polaris is decent in drylands. I've played a lot of Polaris in drylands, and it's performed pretty well at times. And I even have replays for that, but I don't think it's interesting enough. So yeah, Polaris is just good. You know, like look at this. It's not even an unfair spawn. No, it's not even like a host advantage. Well, I missed my suburb, so what do you call that? We have like the same amount of cities, me and Hoodrick, and look at this position. I mean, now granted, I don't have vision on this spot, but we can more or less guess that I'm able to just put so much good pressure in this city, and they just barely able to train units up the back because my Mooney keeps freezing everything. Oh, that is true. Now look at that. Okay, Hoodrick gets a giant and does this wonderful push because, you know, he's a good player. He's T-Fat. He knows how to play. And yeah, he does this push and kills my Mooney, and then gets Fortuneer put into possibly getting resources, and maybe we can get a giant mill later or something. I don't know, maybe board would go. Either way, T-Fat has plans, and so I do this thing. I think I could have. What I should have done here is, I think this part I should have with this rider, and then bounce, and then hit rider, and then I damage this archer. But this was a live game, and also I went for this instead, and which I think it doesn't make much. So I do that. T-Fat goes to on siege, and I grab Rhodes pre-cap plus that putting with Polaris, like you'll be grabbing holds pretty often with Polaris, and it also helps me move my Gami in a bit faster. And so yeah, so both me and Hoodrick get our super units at about the same time, but this giant is like, their super unit is practically useless against me because I'm Polaris, while this Gami, my super unit, is gonna be getting a lot of value and putting in a lot of pressure on Hoodrick because, well, they, you know, because I can actually use my super unit, and theirs is just gonna get frozen if it's gonna be primarily just gonna be a big chunky defender. That's just what it's gonna become because I'm Polaris, and Polaris can do that to other tribes. It's just that it's quirky. It's just that strong. So I do a bit of this, kill their warrior, just whittle down T-Fat's units, and now he makes this I think this is a misplay. I'm not sure what to call it. I think it's not a misplay because he had no choice anyway. He has no choice. This giant's gonna get frozen either way. He might as well use it. Might as well protect the city, and while he buy time, while he trains more riders, more units at the back to eventually be able to defend the city on its own, prevent the siege. But you see, I trained this Mooney here, so it's gonna there's gonna be a lot of freezing going on. He does this vet. Okay. He does get this vet archer, so I can't one-shot into the Mooney, but I have road, so I just put a road here. Damage that, freeze this archer. Now it's hardly of any use. No, kill that, no retaliation damage. Our riders are fresh and healthy, and then we start bumping his giant, and it's just gonna be stuck there. It's just gonna be stuck there forever, and they can't even move their riders to kill this Mooney because there's this zone of control here, and it's just preventing them from. There's this forest and there's this zone of control. It's just preventing them from actually reaching the Mooney. And even if they do kill the Mooney, they can't escape their rider. So it's gonna be a really bad trade for Hoodrick either way, because Polaris is just that good in this map type. It's just really being slept on. And sure, there's also the whole matchup thing, but I also have replays of Polaris against other tribes played by pretty skilled players, and I'm gonna be uploading that next video even if I manage to make it. Yeah, there's gonna be a part 2 to this Polaris thing, because I have so many Polaris replays, and they all went phenomenally. They all went really well, and some of them were even pretty interesting, and I'm probably gonna make a part 2 of that. But yeah, this is just the first demonstration of why Polaris in lakes is stronger, is unappreciated, rather underrated even, and might secretly be good. Wink wink, maybe. Polaris might just be really good. And yeah, we do manage to. Hoodrick tries to fight back from it and then realizes that yeah, this is a pretty dead position. I'm gonna be able to do some rider blocks here after killing this giant. I'm gonna block with the rider, and he doesn't have enough cities to combat this position. And my Gami has gotten way too much value. This Mooney's gonna keep freezing. This giant's dead. This city's gonna get endlessly sieged, and so Tithat reasonably resigns in this game, and I win. Let's take a look at. Yeah, let's take a look at what this map looks like. It's not that good. I'm gonna erase this part of the video because I'm biased. I'm just kidding. So yeah, we have we both have 3 cities, me and Hoodrick, and the whole thing with Polaris is that we do both have 3 cities, Polaris can just keep expanding here, and also Tithat, he has all his suburbs. Sure, this city is quite far and it's blocked by this water tile, so it's a bit slower. But even then, look at how much of a winning position I'm in. Look at how much I'm dominating this game. I'm doing so much. Even if this city was closer here and better able to defend, the fact that I'm even getting this much offense on Hoodrick, and then I'm just able to expand here much faster. It's just insane, you know. Sure, even if Hoodrick had a slightly better spawn here, a more convenient spawn here, I don't think it would even change the outcome of this game, because Polaris is just that good. Yeah, it's really strong, guys. And yeah, so that's how we win the game. I think Polaris might just be really good in small lakes, and people aren't using it enough. Yeah, we win this game. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment if you want, and yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.